What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another week of Fantasy Football Safe Space. I am 7 o'clock of the Las Vegas Fantasy Football Conference going down Labor Day weekend, Saturday, September 3rd. I'm accompanied with my brother from another mother, Brother Fox. How you doing?
I'm blessed, brother.
On the other side of him, we have the warden of the South. Always highly favored.
Look, I done froze.
Big E. I think he froze. Big E, fantasy football big guy. How you doing?
I can see y'all, man. I don't know what's up. I don't know what's going on, but I'm doing good. I'm highly favored and blessed, man. We're gonna see what happens.
There it is. Shout out to the Fantasy Football Network for giving us this platform to do what we do so well. Shout out to the Melon app, because without them, we wouldn't be able to stream through the network. Brother Fox, how can the good folks at home take care of us?
As always, y'all can give us that HBO special. If you don't know by now, the HBO special is the Help a Brother Out special. So help a brother out. Hit that like button. Subscribe. We always appreciate it. It goes a long way.
There it is. Hey, it's OTAs for us. This is still preseason, so we just ironing out the kinks, getting ready for September for y'all. But with that said, man, we've been grinding all off season. We've probably taken maybe 2, no more than 3 weeks off. Just trying to produce content for you guys, keep you guys entertained. This week, we're going to start a new segment where we're just going to break down the different divisions and look at ADPs. We're going to have our end of the month mock, as we always do, and that should lead us right into preseason. So this week, we're taking care of the East, or the Eastises, AFC East, NFC East. Big E, you still there?
Hey, I'm here, but I don't know. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, you got an echo too, with like a subwoofer on it.
All right.
What's going on, Albert? How you doing, family? Happy Tuesday to you. Well, I'll get into it. I'll start us off. We're gonna go with the Commanders. Carson Wentz has the ADP, or ranking, ECR of 205. I lost them both. I lost my lineman, man. I'm out here struggling. He said Big E got hella beats on the echo, right? They both dropped before we went live, and they gone now. So I'll hold down the fort. We got Carson Wentz at 205. That's pretty steep. I think he overall is looking like QB, I want to say 19 or 20 on Fantasy Pros full PPR. I mean, I think that's about right. No one's targeting him, Carson Wentz, to be a starter. He's definitely not top 12. Maybe Superflex, you might target him, but even then, well, I guess Superflex, you're going to take your top 24 quarterback, so you'll probably take him in Superflex, but we're not talking about Superflex. We're talking about PPR, single quarterback, where Carson Wentz probably doesn't get drafted and probably is a bye week fill at best. Maybe an injury. Or you got your starter's questionable. You pick him up just in case your starter doesn't play and he plays on Monday night. What you think, Brother Fox?
Yeah, I completely agree. At this point, Wentz is undraftable. You got to play it week by week and see, if his production increases, maybe by week 3, he might be somebody that you might want to at least stash on your bench, in case he actually starts performing like he did in 2019. Yeah. But other than that, Carson is the kind of person you're only going to look to in a chance that, your quarterback's on a bye week and you need somebody to fill in. But yeah, for me, he's completely undraftable.
Yeah. Next, we got Antonio Gibson, overall ranking of 43 full PPR. That's not bad. That's a 4th round value, kind of early 4th. If 37 is the turn, if 37 is the 4.1, he's going about 4.4, 4.5. I think that's fair. If you like him, that's good flex value. Yeah, or that allows you to take a receiver early or take a tight end early and have him as your flex. I don't have him as my RB2 personally, or my RB1.
Yeah. If he's your RB1, you are in trouble. That
Right,
means you
right.
most likely did 3 receivers back to back to back, and now you're in a situation where you have to reach at running back.
Yeah, I could see like a Jamar Chase and Kelsey in the first at like 11, and then you took Diggs or Chase, came back and took Scary Terry. Oh, you probably wouldn't take Scary Terry and Gibby, but you took that's ugly if he's your
if he's your running back
RB1.
one, you are in trouble. You are
Yeah,
seriously in trouble. But yeah, Gibby is definitely late third, early fourth, depending on the strength of your league and
yeah,
what's available. He was injury prone throughout the year last year, but with his injuries, he still was playing. He had a high ankle sprain and shin splints and stuff, but he was still playing, but he just wasn't putting up the production that we had hoped out of Gibby.
right.
As a person who owned him last year, I wouldn't consider him more than a flex at this point.
Yeah, fair enough. Next up, we got Scary Terry, current rank of 41. So he is the 4.1.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's fair. Probably has the best quarterback that he's ever played with. But at the same time, that's not saying a whole lot.
By far,
we're going to get out of wins. But he's always been able. He's always kind of been in that wide receiver, high end wide receiver 2 range. That's pretty much where he's going right now.
Now, the only thing that scares me about Scary Terry, I know he's an incredibly talented player.
Mm-hmm.
They say when it comes to the National Football League, you don't know what people's motivations are. Some people play for the love of the game. Some people play for the love of money. And Scary Terry just got paid. So it's going to be one of those situations where he gets paid and stops trying now that he actually made some money? Or is he going to be one of those people that now he feels obligated to live up to that contract and to prove that he is that guy and that dude? I don't know. I feel like he's still definitely going to go in the ADP range that you were saying. And he is a immensely talented player. If you can get him at the, end of the third, early fourth, definitely a productive player. I don't know if I necessarily would want him as my wide receiver 1, but I feel like at wide receiver 2, he's immensely valuable.
Yeah, I agree with you. What's up, JV? How you doing, family? He says thoughts on Logan Thomas. Logan Thomas is the next one up. We have him ranking at 156, and surprisingly, he wasn't even in like the top 15 for tight ends. With Wentz, they did draft a rookie wide receiver. I don't know if there's enough for him to eat and stay relevant. I think he benefited a lot from having Alex Smith, do that intermediate throws. He never really pushed the ball down the field, and that worked hand in hand with Kelsey. It worked hand in hand with Vernon Davis and Delaney Walker back in San Francisco, and it worked with Logan Thomas. So I don't know. I probably wouldn't draft him. I don't think he's draftable, but definitely a bye week pickup. Or if he starts to catch a little heat, obviously you're going to pick him up. Former quarterback. Thoughts, Randy?
Well, when it comes to Logan Thomas, if you look back at our tight ends episodes, I actually had him as my number 12 tight end. Okay. Now, the reason for that, I do understand that he's coming off of another injury in his career, and at this point, it's definitely towards the tail end of his career. But his last full season in 2020, he had 72 receptions, 670 yards, and six tubs. Yep. That, albeit that was with Alex Smith, who has always been always looked to tight ends first in the majority of offenses that he's played. I still feel like he's immensely talented when he's out there. Yeah. And if he shows production in training camp, like he looks like the old Logan Thomas, I do feel like he's draftable, and he can be one of those people that he can sneakily get you those 10-point games. He's not going to be consistent, but I still feel like he can definitely get you some yards and get you some touchdowns.
Albert asked Gibson or Jacobs. I'll let you go first.
No question Jacobs for me. That offense is going to be conducive to putting up points, and the fact that you have someone like the the fact that you got Adams on one side and Adams is gonna draw a double team every time. Waller, you're gonna need to give him extra attention, if not from a slot corner, a very fast linebacker. So I feel like he could definitely eat out the eat catching balls at the backfield. There's going to be less 7 to 8 man in the box. And I feel like this is a make or break year for Jacobs. They didn't pick up his 5th-year option. Nope. So they pretty much told him that, hey, we don't believe in you. We don't believe in you long term. So it's like, Jacob, this is like a put up or shut up here. If he puts up, the Raiders are going to, his pay is going to go up. If he doesn't, then, he's going to be a run-of-the-mill running back on another team next year.
Yeah, I completely agree. You hit it out the park. Also averaged 10 points per game PPR last season, sleeper. Yeah, for sure. I think you're talking about Logan Thomas. For sure. He should be, I think, in that 12 to 14 range with, the Gesicki and Knox. It just depends on Carson Wentz, ultimately, who's going to throw him the ball. Mm-hmm. I also have him as my 12 Fox. Right on.
There you go.
Right on.
Great minds think alike, brother.
Yeah. Shout out to the Fantasy Football Network. If you guys could hit that like button, we appreciate it. It goes a lot further than you realize. Shout out to the Fantasy Football Network. Shout out to Melon. On to Dallas. Dak Prescott ranking was 80. No, I'm not mad at it. I think we knew through the mocks that he's kind of trending towards that 7-8 round. It's like Russ, Stafford, Dak all kind of go early to late 8th round. Your thought?
Yeah, I completely agree. I think his ADP is spot on this one. Dak is one of those players that he's sneakily good. Like he does put up relatively decent numbers. But he's not the Dak of old. He does. It's something seems a little off. Maybe if the talent is slightly being depleted there in Dallas, or at least on the offensive end. I would not take a chance on him anywhere before the 7th round. If you're not, if you're willing to take him in like the 5th, 6th, you're going to put your team at a horrible position, because you're going to get the same quality of player at a later round. And the same similar production, like we don't even know, like Dak's numbers without Amari Cooper have been far less than what they've been, in games that he has played in. Yeah. And now he's not only without Amari, but he's also without Cedric Wilson. So, the options are definitely going to be thinner there in Dallas, but I still feel like he's worth the pick if you get him in the proper round. Get him after 7, perfectly fine.
I like it. Zeke is going 34, so that's just before the end of the 3rd round. That seems a little crazy to me. Granted that, that is the Dallas Cowboys. You get the Giants twice, you get the Eagles twice. The Washington defense isn't as threatening as it once was 2 years ago when Ron Rivera first got there. I know injuries, a little nagging, kind of like Gibby. Like he's played through most of them and hasn't been the most productive. But you're not paying top 5, top 8 price tag for him. You're getting him 3rd round seems kind of crazy to me. I like the value. I love the value. If I end up going like running back tight end and I have him as my RB2, I'll take it. I got him in the 4th in our first mock. I don't think he's going to fall to the 4th, but Zeke in the 3rd, I'll take it, and I'll take Pollard in the 7th.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. Like if Zeke actually falls to the 3rd, you're winning in that situation. Albeit you may want to take his his handicap and taking Pollard in a later round just in case. The fact that he's going to get the football, he's going to get the touches, he's going to get the catches out the backfield. He may not be the same player athletically as he once was a few years back, but the fact that you are getting top tier tonic, you're getting top 10 running back talent in the 3rd round. There's so much potential there. So if he falls to his ADP, snatch him in a heartbeat.
Big E, what you got with Zeke at 34?
Yeah.
Don't like it?
Hey, I'll take it. Hey, hopefully y'all can hear me. I think I was cut out of the show somehow in the first 15 minutes. I know. Hey, who knows? Who knows what happened? Hopefully I'm good now, but I'm back, baby. Will I take Zeke in the third? Yes, I would take Zeke in the third because, I mean, of the potential, but I would be looking for that Pollard, that handcuff, because I do believe in Pollard more. I mean, if I can get him, if I can get Pollard later, and I knew that I could get him, I would, and get somebody else in the third. But I mean, Zeke, like you said, I mean, who knows if he's going to eat? I mean, he's been paid. Line looks good. Dak's gonna have to throw it to somebody, and that's gonna leave some holes for somebody to run, either Pollard or him. So I would take him in the late third. Well, it depends on how the running backs look. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, when it comes to Pollard, I feel like you're really gonna have to fill out your league, because if you have a league with players who are grimy, they're gonna take Pollard. Like, Pollard's gonna go early. He's he's not going to go third round, but hell, when it gets around to like the seventh, you're probably going to have to take Pollard if you take Zeke that early in order to get his handcuff.
Right.
Well, Pollard is ranked 75. I got it down. Pollard is ranked 75, so that's sixth round.
Yeah,
that's kind of a pricey tender for a handcuff.
It really is.
And I don't think he's good enough yet to where you could play them both. Like, you could play Hunt and Chubb together. I seen that happen last year, and it worked off in both the two leagues that the guy did it in. But I don't know that Pollard is going to return that return on investment. But you got to spend a sixth rounder on him. That's a lot of good talent on the board
for real
in the sixth round. So,
that's your wide receiver too. That's that's potentially your quarterback. Yeah,
that's your tight end. That's Schultz.
Mm-hmm.
Schultz oh no, go ahead.
No, definitely. If I'm getting Pollard, I'm going to the Zeke owner, no doubt about it. I mean, that's the first stop, the first day. And I'm spring up like, yo, what you want for Pollard? And I'm looking for this, that, and the other. And hey, can we work a deal? And I mean, that's just how it goes. I'm one of those grimy type of cat. I'm coming to talk to you.
I hear you. CD Lamb at 18. That's kind of early, too rich for my blood.
We'll see. I'll take him.
You take him at 18?
I'll take him at. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll take him at 18 because I think, honestly, if we can all agree, Dak, even last year, Dak was mud in the beginning of the game, like he always has been, and then at the end of the game, he starts, the garbage time. He was doing garbage time things, and I just think he's gonna have a little bit better year than last year, but I think that he has to throw to somebody, and with Cooper gone, I mean, CD Lamb is gonna.
Oh, we lost
that guy. No. I'm telling you.
And he's back. He's back.
Okay, he's back.
Me?
You froze. You froze for a second. Yeah, and you muted.
I'm getting ready to get off of here, man. If I freeze up again, I'm gone. Am I frozen?
No, you're good.
Okay. CD Lamb, I would take him. I say that before I freeze.
There you go.
So I'd have to.
Was round 7. My bad.
I'd have to relook at his numbers. Like a 16 seems real rich for CD Lamb. Right? It just, that's you're so you're pretty much saying you're saying that CD Lamb is your wide receiver 1. Yeah, and that's.
I'm talking about if I done drafted my running back. On the first. Then we coming around on the turn. Say if. Kelsey's gone. Say if Mark Andrews is gone, so I can't shore up my, my tight end or whatever I want to do. And I see, some of the wide receivers, Cup and Chase and, Devontae are gone.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a CD Lamb breakout myself. You got to, like Cup, we didn't think Cup was going to do it. We didn't think that Devontae was going to come back after his injury and shine like he did. So you're looking for that next guy. That's what.
But you're paying the premium for it. You didn't have to pay the premium for Cup last year.
True. That's facts. But I mean, it depends on what you believe. I have to be in the situation. I have to be in the situation.
It's so beautiful, man, because you have 10 to 12, sometimes even 14 owners. We all have our different opinions. At the end of the day, we're gonna find out 7 o'clock was right. Shout out to Jim Icon. Shout out to the Fantasy Football Network. Shout out to the Melon app. If you guys can hit that like button, it goes a lot further than you realize. We appreciate it. Gallup season. Gallup, I think he could. Honestly believe he could be pretty close to CD. I see CD as a low end 1, and I see Gallup as a mid 2, kind of like Higgins and Chase. In my opinion, I think they're going to be a little bit closer. Not saying that in talent wise, but as far as like, they're not going to be too many wide receiver spots in between the two of them, in my opinion.
Okay.
Gallup is going at 124 on Fantasy Pros, full PPR.
Deservedly so. I think he's hurt. I think he's still hurt. And he's a blue tent boy. He's been a blue tent boy. I would not get him. I don't want him. He mud. I see. I would get him at what 120? What you say?
124.
I'll take him there. Yeah, definitely. I fly. I do that. No doubt.
What you got, brother? Fox?
I take him late. You know, someone that you could potentially stash on your bench in case, like, who knows? We don't know if CeeDee Lamb is going to be the de facto 1, or are they going to spread the ball around more this year? You know, there's a lot of teams that are in new situations, and there's some new coaches. I don't know how these teams are really. Y'all can hear me?
For a second.
Okay. Well, I would say, long story short, I would definitely take him. But it would for sure be late, and I'd stash him on my bench or something just in case. Maybe a tradable piece if he actually is productive in the first few weeks. You know, get something out of him that you could maybe, you know, turn into a flex or turn into an RB2.
No doubt.
For sure. We have Schultz at 70.
Schultz moved up there. Well, I mean, he moved up. Yeah, he was what the tight end 3 or whatever. I mean, I don't know. He's going
to Cooper. That's less targets. That's more for CD, and that's more for Schultz. That's more for Gallup.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Schultz has the talent. And obviously, and all of us had him in our top 10 on the tight end listing and rankings. You know, obviously the Cowboys believed in him enough to franchise tag him. Do I feel like he's top 70? I don't know. You know, especially in like a 12-man league, you're telling me that's what, early 6th round?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I was.
So I don't think he's ADP. I don't think 70 would be a good for me. But, you know, say if he was 80, 82, I feel like that him and TJ Hawkinson, they're so close in like production wise. It's like, and Hawkinson's doing it off of an injury, you know. I'd rather for me, if someone else wants to take him at 70, please do, because I'm gonna wait and get like Hawkinson later, who will, you know, give me just as much production, even though he's a blue 10 boy.
Right. I'm kind of feel like you said 6th or 7th round. I'm kind of looking at. I mean, I'm thinking about. I mean, not even the tight end wise. I'm just thinking about if Schultz is there and D Hop is there. You know what I'm saying? Like, would I take D? I would take D Hop. I would. Just for me, you know what I'm saying? Especially like I said, if I had Hollywood, but I mean, he's a bigger draw for me, and especially a bigger name that I could throw to somebody in a trade.
I don't know where his ADP is. I didn't look it up. We just try to keep it short because we got to do two divisions. He could be a name to look at, especially during Dynasty, but I didn't look it up.
I feel like the hype on Tolbert, it's all that is. You know, like the man is talented, physically talented, yes. But is he going to get on the field much this year? No. Unless he shows out a lot during preseason, he's going to be a situational player on offense and more of a special teams guy. I feel like looking for anything more than that is preposterous.
Yeah, I like Schultz at I never got in on that. I like Schultz where he's going, mid to late. I'll take him. I'll take the chance. Albert says pick 70, end of the 6th round. Fair enough. We got about 30 minutes a show, and we still got 2 more teams in the NFC East, and then we got the whole AFC East. So we're gonna have to.
We're gonna go fast.
Let's run through it.
Let's go.
Just rotate. But we got Jalen Hurts at 65.
I probably it's tough. I probably would.
That's sixth round. Sixth round.
I probably would take it. That's when I'm looking for my quarterback. I think Hurts gonna do big things.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I also feel Hurts gonna do big things. Yeah, same thing. Like very pickable.
Sanders, always injury prone, always nagging injuries. 61. He going 4 spots before Hurts.
Blue tent boy, mud.
Facts.
Not even as your flex.
Look, blue tent boy. So we'll keep it cut down. Blue tent boy, mud. If my running back is slacking, I take him. Go ahead.
I saw a stat about Miles Sanders that he got the ball, I think it was over 17 times in the red zone, and only got yards on 4 of those 17 touches. I'm staying away from him. Like we all know that Hurts is going to run the ball in the red zone anyway. So
I like it. I like it. AJ Brown, new location. He's going 27. CeeDee Lamb is going 16, and he's going 27.
Hey, blue tent boy all the way. I hate to try to lead off everything, but I mean, blue tent boy, he mud. I mean,
AJ, what?
He injury prone. He not mud.
What's the difference? If you're not available, I mean, what's up? I mean, you know what I'm saying? You might as well be mud. And then sometimes he'll disappear in a game. Don't play that. Don't be like it. Y'all know he'll disappear completely.
Now is he disappearing because of Tannehill, or is he disappearing because of his talent?
Man, we can't blame everything on Tannehill. I think Malik Willis gonna take his job anyway, but I'm just saying. I mean, good day. I mean, Brown, he got his shine with Tannehill. I mean, so then we're gonna blame Tannehill when he don't shine my ass. I mean,
I do.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
He mud.
But what do you think about you don't like him at 27?
Not at 27. Like I said, I mean, if he fell a little bit further, I'm not trying to
mid to late is where you like him. Third.
Yeah. I take him. I absolutely would take him as ADP. I feel like he's gonna have a big season this year. Hurts is something to prove, and AJ Brown to be the number 1 pick. His number 1 target.
We got former Heisman Trophy winner Smith at 84.
I'd take him there.
You like him there?
At 84? At 84?
84?
Yeah. I mean, he's skinny as a rail. That's the only thing. I mean, they're gonna have to put some weight on the boy. I mean, he need to, get some cheese steaks up there. But I mean, other than that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He still has the speed. Yeah, he can catch, and he got hurt, so he's gonna be all right.
Oh man, that's our boy right there. He don't like your takes, man.
Man, mud on these, Johnny. You a Philly fan.
We got Goddard at 89. I think that's tight end 8, if I remember correctly. What do y'all feel about how y'all feel about that? We had Schultz at 70, Goddard at 89. To give you a little context and comparison.
I feel like that's about right.
I don't think Hurts can feed AJB, Smith, and someone gonna eat, and I think it's Goddard. That's not gonna get left out. Someone's gonna get left starving.
Yeah, well, like I said, I think it's fair. I think it's fair with Schultz what he did last year, and Goddard. You know what I'm saying? I like Goddard.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got last team in the NFC East. We have the Giants. Hey, this was rough. Outside of Saquon, nobody else is in the top 109. So we got Daniel Jones at 186.
Look, I feel like here's where we're gonna make up some time right here. Saquon Barkley is the only draftable person from the from the New York Giants right now. If he's available for you early to mid third round, fantastic. You done I know his ADP is 19. I wouldn't take him at 19, but I'd take I definitely would take him at the top of the third round. Fantastic pick. Everybody else, I'm running from like the plague. I'm not touching Daniel Jones. I'm not touching Tony. I'm not touching Galladay, and I hella ain't touching Seals Jones at tight end. Absolutely, Absolutely.
That's not a value for you? 340?
No.
Bro,
Yeah,
you know how
damn.
tired my thumb got from like swiping, trying to find
yeah, cue him up. I'm damn 340. My goodness. But yeah,
right?
Next-
I think I might have
next
been
team.
344.
yeah.
Next team, fellas.
Right. New York, Derek. Saquon, I think possibly could have a good year, but we'll see. He a blue tent boy.
You like his ADP of
No.
19?
No. I agree with Fox. We need to drop him back a little bit, but he could have a Todd Gurley-esque season where he was hurt on the ACL, then he had the foot injury, and now he can have a good year.
Okay. Tua, we're going to switch it over to the AFC East. Tua 127. He's got 2 terrific receivers and a solid tight end. Draftable, definitely not a starter.
Yeah, last pick on you. For me, I'm talking about
Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah, Mr. Irrelevant. If you got some space on your bench and you got your other quarterbacks kind of iffy, maybe you double up, see what the preseason look like for me.
Yeah, I feel the same way about Tua. It's like he does have a lot of potential upside, and everyone knows that he's on that subsequent hot seat right now. If he doesn't perform, and with the weapons that they put around him, the Dolphins are gonna move on.
Right.
So I would say, it'd be worth it to take a risk on him at maybe the last pick in the draft. Throw him in there on your team just in case he comes out booming, and then like we said, ship him away for something. But I personally, I'm staying away.
I like it. Chase Edmonds at 72. I thought that was kind of high.
Yeah, very high. It shows how thin the running back position is if you trying to get a running back. I think that's the only reason why he's that high.
For me, it's like I don't even know if he's going to be the RB1 on that team. Like if Mostert's healthy, I think Mostert's going to take the bulk of the carries.
Mostert's at 134.
Yeah,
and I think that's a good value.
Absolutely.
He Mr. Glass, though. He is Mr. Glass. No doubt about it.
Dude, he is the MVP of the blue tent.
Yo, no doubt. Victorian.
We've got Tyreek Hill at 21. Thoughts?
Tyreek Hill is going to lose a lot from missing Pat Mahomes. I am one who drafted Pat Mahomes when he shined. You know what I'm saying? That year, and a lot of people didn't. And I drafted him, and he became my starter. A lot of people say, "Oh, you got lucky picking him up on waivers." Nah, I drafted the man. You know what I'm saying? So Tyreek Hill is going to lose a lot by Pat Mahomes being gone.
Jesse said most of it is a blue tent boy, Big E. He lived there.
Yeah. That's his dwelling. You know it.
Yeah.
You're right, John. Look.
I feel like Tyreek at least. I feel like at least with Tyreek, I think the 21 is actually about right. And I think that they're going to do interesting ways to get this man the football. They're not going to pay you $30 million a year. Like Tyreek is they're going to run him like Debo. He's going to get RPOs. He's going to get screens. He's going to get slants. He's going to get deep passes. Like this man, they're going to get every fucking dollar out of him for $30 million.
Right.
People forget he went for his 1 year or his second year in the league, which was with Alex Smith, who I maybe could say is a lot more comparable to Tua than Patrick Mahomes. Tua is more Alex Smith than he is Patrick Mahomes.
True.
Yeah.
I think he went for, I want to say 75 receptions. I think it was just under. With rushing, he had over 1,200 yards, and I think he had 7 or 8 touchdowns.
Yep.
So I think that's like his floor. 75, 12, and 7.
Tyreek Hill has made the Pro Bowl in every single year. He's been an All-Pro every single year except one. Like the man is incredibly talented, and I don't think that Tua, like we saw like in the Buffalo game, you hit him in stride, he can make a play, and that play in Buffalo, the ball,
quick slant,
that was a 20-yard play, 20-yard. That's something that Tua could do. And it's just if you get the ball to him in his hands and in open space, he's gone.
I like it.
Right.
We got Waddle at 35. So before back end of the third.
I like that. I like that with like we said, with Hill on the other side, people are gonna be threatened. They're going to be feeding Hill. So obviously he's going to be, slanting, coming across. And I mean, he shined last year, so I think he can do better this year.
I like it. Want to give a quick shout out again to the Fantasy Football Network. Shout out to our followers. Please hit that like button. As Brother Fox says, the HBO special. Shout out to the good folks at Melon. Albert didn't really care for Waddle's ADP. Says it's too high.
I agree with Albert. I do feel like Waddle's ADP is a little too high. a lot of his numbers came from screen passes where like they got the ball in his hand quickly and he was able to kind of adjust. But is he going to still play that same position? This is a brand new offense. This is more of a play action friendly offense as opposed to a jet sweep / throwing screens kind of offense. I think Waddle's numbers are going to dip, and yeah, I think Hill is his numbers are gonna. I'm gonna go on a limb and say I think Hill's numbers are gonna double what you're gonna see from Waddle.
Wow, that's a lot.
That's a lot. I wouldn't go there, but
that's a lot.
But I feel you. Like I said, we all.
Hey, we all have our own views. Gesicki, 117 full PPR. He's actually going 11 spots before Galladay. That's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah.
Considering the three of us caught as many touchdowns as Galladay did last year. And I think Gesicki is considered tight end 12 in the overall tight end rankings on Fantasy Pros.
Gesicki wasn't in my top 12 when we did the
he wasn't in
list.
Mine either.
Mine.
Honorable mention, but he wasn't in my top. Worth drafting.
So here's
drafting him, or do you guys only take one?
Gesicki?
Yeah.
No, I'm not drafting him.
But it depends on if like I said, if I don't get one of the 6 top guys or 5 top guys, then I'm going for a tight end at the end of the draft. Because that's when I would draft him.
Okay, fair enough. On the Buffalo, Josh Allen, first quarterback off the board at 36, into the third. They must have heard me talking trash because they had him at 18
the
longest, and then they moved him to 36.
Yeah.
You guys fine taking a quarterback at the end of the third, early fourth?
I'm fine with those. Like I think we all said it. I think I would Pat Mahomes and Jackson and Allen. I said I would take one of those 3 in the third.
Yeah, of course.
It's still hard for me to take a quarterback that early. I'd rather have Hurts in the 6th than Allen in the third or even in the early 4th. Because I'd rather have Scary Terry and Hurts than Josh Allen and Adam Thielen. That's just me personally.
No doubt.
But
so
as a dog, back-to-back quarterback 1, can't knock it.
No.
I would definitely take him at the end of the third. Only because he equated for I think it was over 80% of his team's total offense last year between running and throwing the football. Yep. And that there's always the opportunity that he's going to get those red zone touchdowns with the runs. His scrambling, he's going to scramble for 25 to 75 yards a game. Yep. One of those might be a tub, and he's going to throw for 250 and probably at least 2 touchdowns. So I feel like he's worth it in every capacity. And I feel like long term you're going to get more out of him than you would out of Scary Terry.
Fair enough. Singletary is the first running back ranked at 78. I think I'm cool. He always does this little thing where he comes alive at the end of the season, and then all the analysts get excited. Oh, well, if you block out, his last 5 games, like, no, man, it's a full season. It's a 17-game season now.
Right.
I can't just, if you go off of the back 5, I can't do that. I need him for a full season. I don't need him for the back 5.
I mean, Moss, he's a big question mark. Cook, he's coming in. They didn't draft him for anything, for nothing.
Right.
I mean, so I mean, I feel like with Singletary, I'm trying to stay away. I mean, if not, I definitely want to have Cook. I mean, you're gonna probably have to go back to back, getting those in opposite rounds. He's probably close. So.
Yeah, and you know what? Josh Allen gonna Hurts. Josh Allen, it's his time inside the 5. Cook is actually at 108, so they're 30 picks away. So they're about two rounds away.
Okay, so you might could do that.
Yeah.
I'd
Stephon
much
Diggs.
rather take the risk on Cooks and just
Mm,
I'd run with Cooks,
Yeah,
let somebody else take Singletary and let them deal with that disappointment.
that's
I'm
right.
with you. I'm with
I'm
you. I'd
with
rather
you.
get my start running backs that are actual like proven starters, and
I'm
then
with
Exactly.
the project and Cook draft him in the back end, and hopefully he blooms and blossoms into something later
Facts.
down at the back end of the season, the back five of the season.
Oh yeah.
Um, we got Diggs at 14. I believe he was wide receiver five, right in front of CD Lamb. I'm cool with that.
I am too.
Same.
I'm cool with that. I think
Right.
he's gonna be poised for a good year. I think he finished top five last year, maybe top six. Year before that, he had a top three finish. No Emmanuel Sanders, no Beasley. It's just him and Gabriel Davis. They still don't have a really like a dog at running back. 120 receptions, 1,200 yards, and 8 touchdowns is definitely doable for Diggs, in my opinion.
No doubt.
Facts.
I agree
Um,
100%.
Knox, 120. He's another
Mm,
one of your guys, Biggie. If you can't get one of your top six tight ends, you're looking at
right.
a Jaceki or a Knox.
Yeah, definitely. I would rather have. I think I would have rather have Knox, to be honest with you. I mean, and
Mm,
that's knocking Gasecki, but I mean, Allen. Like I said, he's going to be scrambling. People going to be afraid of him, and then you'll see him probably throw over to Knox. But Knox got injured, like we said. Knox got injured. That kind of it hindered him. So you kind of don't know. I mean, but they put Gasecki out, as a wide receiver sometimes. So I mean, they franchise tagged him. So we have to see.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
when
You
it,
got
when it
anything
comes
to
to
add, Big
Knox,
Pop?
yeah, Knox is sorry. His athletic matrix, and we talked about this during the tight end episode. He's not the most athletic tight end. He gets open in that offense purely because of the other talent around him.
Right.
His numbers, if you look at his numbers on the year, they're deceptive because one of his biggest games was against Kansas City, and he destroyed Daniel Sorensen for I want to say it was over 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. But it's definitely deceptive. I would stay away from Knox unless it's like a later round that you can kind of pick him up.
Right.
Then and only then will his ADP be worth it. I'll be right back, gentlemen.
We got yeah, you good? We got a special request for Gabe Davis. I'm gonna look him up real quick. Big
Mm.
E, what you got for Zach Wilson?
Oh.
You have your list? I text you. I can pull it up real quick.
Oh yeah.
We got Zach Wilson at 179.
Yeah. I think
No one's
that's
drafting him.
no one's drafting him, and I think deservedly so. I mean that's all you heard when he was coming out of college. I just knew he was a bust. I felt like he was a bust. Um, maybe he can shine with a new running back, a few new toys. Revamp line somewhat,
Right, right.
but they lost some pieces on the line. So I mean, we're definitely going to see. But I just think they always said, "Oh, he can fling it." But man, you got to be accurate. I mean, you got to be, able to throw it to somebody.
I feel you. I feel you. Um, Brees Hall at 44, early fourth.
You know how I am with the rookie running backs. You know
Yes,
how I
sir.
am. The hype train. Everybody's probably, they're gonna see the video, gonna see the film, and they're gonna say, "Well, he's the number one guy." I mean, and all it takes is somebody else to be the number one guy. Somebody else running or doing, something. Or Brees Hall, he could get injured. They got Michael Carter. He's going. They didn't draft him for anything. For nothing. So I think that Carter's still gonna get his shine and get off.
Yeah. I'm hesitant to take Brees Hall,
Me
and
too.
ideally I'd like to have all three of my running backs wrapped up. Before that, I the talent is there. I don't know if he's a dog or not because of where he ended up playing against, but we're gonna find out. Everyone seems to be big on him. I feel comfortable sitting back and waiting and just watching it. And if I get burnt by it, by not getting the value that he was at the fourth, the next year I'll just have to pay that premium. But I think
Right.
at his current price, I still like a lot of other players in that area. And yeah, they're going to play from behind as well. That's another thing that no one's talking about. I'm still
True.
looking for Gabe Davis on my cell phone. I'm not seeing him.
Mm.
Uh, I see Corey Davis.
Okay, he below Corey Davis. So it's getting slim pickings then. Who you
I
say
see
was 340?
Jamison Crowder.
Look under who you said was getting drafted at 340?
Seals.
Yeah, Seals Jones.
You want to know about Gabe Davis? I know Gabe Davis caught them 4 touchdowns in that playoff game.
He did.
Yeah, I'm not seeing him. I'm in the 200s now.
You can draft him. They put it that way. You can get him if you want him. Because Gabe will be there.
Him because I seen Jamison Crowder. I didn't even know Crowder was on the Bills. They must have picked him up.
Yeah, they picked him up.
He gonna come back to kill the Jets too. You already know it. He's one of those sneaky players.
Yeah, I like Crowder. I always like Crowder.
I don't see him. I'll try to find it for next episode, and I'll just have to fine comb this thing, Albert. But I didn't bother looking him up because I knew people weren't gonna be looking for him in like the first 10 rounds, and he's not like their wide receiver one. You usually want to invest in the good teams. Hall as a rookie with the Jets might be risky. Who is that? JV. You hit that one out the park, man. You hit that one right out the park. You want to invest. One thing that Piggy and I used to say is there's 3 things that make a good fantasy player. It's the talent, it's the system, and it's the surrounding talent. Because you could have a Saquon Barkley, but if you don't have no receiving threats on the outside and you don't have no offensive line, you've seen what he's done the last 3 years, hurt or not hurt. He hasn't been the most productive. So the situation, it's not the best in New York. So right. Breece Hall, at 44, a little too rich for my blood.
Yeah, I can't hate JB. JB know what he's talking about with it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like it's tough. I mean, he could shine, but I mean, who has shined on the Jets? I mean, honestly, I can't go that high for a Jets player.
We got Michael Carter at 97.
I would be more comfortable getting him, honestly, than Hall. I'm talking about at where he's getting drafted for me.
So Gabe Davis, maybe I was looking too high. Gabe Davis, 73.
73.
That's too rich for me.
I'd
rather have Hopkins or Michael Thomas.
Yeah.
Adam Thielen.
Yeah, 73. That's right.
See to produce. True.
No doubt.
So we got Elijah Moore at 76. So Gabe Davis is going before Elijah Moore. Is that right? Full PPR. I gotta go check this out.
Man, Gabe Davis moving up in the world.
Right.
I thought that, man. I didn't think that. I mean, maybe they think Diggs gonna do, shine so much, and Allen is gonna get, so much shine that I don't know about. I just stick with Diggs.
I got the full PPR settings up. Gabe Davis is 81.
81.
What now?
They want somebody to
I
bite.
got it set on full PPR, Fantasy Pros, and he's going right behind Adam Thielen, Rashad Penny, Melvin Gordon, Cordell Patterson. He's going before Smith in Philly.
Man, no,
he's going before Hunter Renfrow, Tyler Lockett. He's going DeAndre Hopkins, 92.
Yo, I think, like we say, sometimes they put a player up there just for people to get, snipe themselves. I mean, auto draft might get them. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in Davis like that, but maybe he'll shock me.
They got Chris Godwin at 72.
Now is Gabe Davis that high just because of the playoff game? Like just because he had that 4 touchdown game against Kansas City?
Yeah.
That compared with the loss of targets between Emmanuel Sanders and Cole Beasley.
Yeah.
But didn't they got a replacement for Cole Beasley, didn't they? The kid who used to be a Washington Redskin. I forgot his name.
About Crowder.
Crowder?
Yeah, Crowder. Jameson Crowder.
Yeah, I mean, but he a little long in the tooth.
He is, but he put up better numbers last year than Cole Beasley.
True.
No doubt.
So
All right, Albert, you distracted us enough. Damn it.
Uh,
We're talking about the Jets. I think we can stop talking about the Jets. That's enough
no
Jet
doubt.
talk. Shout out to Ben from Shot Callers.
No doubt.
Yeah, they got the tight end from Cincinnati now. CJ.
Now, see, Uzoma, I love this kid. I fucking he plays. He's like a poor man's George Kittle. He plays fucking tough. Like he blocks well. He catches well. And if you got one man, you ain't gonna tackle this brother. Like he is talented.
So I think 274.
I ain't drafting him because he's a Jet, but if he if he can get on another team by mid-season, hey, I'm picking him up.
Yeah,
No doubt.
I feel you. Last but not least, we got the Patriots. Mac Jones, 184. Mac Jones to me is like the reborn Chad Pennington. He just he don't turn the ball over and he don't
put some respect on Chad Pennington's name. Yeah, don't ever miss him in sentence with
JV
Mac
will tell
Jones.
you. I told you Mac Jones is going to be one of the most accurate rookies of all time. I think he might have set the rookie record for completion. He just plays it safe, man. He don't turn the ball over. They're gonna play defense and they're gonna run the ball with Stevenson and Harris.
Well, he did that. He did that with Alabama. I mean, I think it's like, if you look at some of the people who do, who are in the cards, they get these honeycomb, cards of them, and they act like, that he's just like going to be the, the second coming just because, he's with the Patriots. And I mean, Jones is, he's just like, I don't know, like an Alex Smith, like you said. I mean, just is a game
respect on Alex Smith. God,
I'm talking about, he ain't an Alex Smith. Come on, I got to put some respect on his name. True indeed. I went too far, but I mean, it's just like, I don't know. I just he'll be there. He'll be on your waiver wire.
Mac Jones currently does not have an offensive coordinator going into training camp. Hard pass. Next question.
Harris at 71.
I ain't gonna do it. Well,
6. Hey, that's 6th, 7th round now.
I don't know. I mean, then you got Stevenson or Stevens or whatever. I mean,
he going 95.
I don't trust the New England backfield unless it's an injury or unless I have to.
Like a San Francisco.
I don't trust it. It's like they go with the hot hand. The hot hand changes. Like whoever's sucking up to Bill Belichick on a weekly basis is the one who gets the ball. I don't like that. I don't like that.
They still got Rex Burkhead. I mean, golly, they got everybody. I mean, anybody can get it. I mean, I don't want them. I don't want them.
I feel you. Jacoby Myers at 119.
Man, Jacoby.
Full PPR?
Bro, he gonna be on there. Ain't nobody drafted Jacoby Myers. Ain't nobody drafted any of the receivers from New England unless somebody breaks out. Hard pass.
No doubt.
Last but not least, the tight end position. Hunter Henry, 138.
Hey, now, like I said, if in the
you
back
don't get one of the elite tight ends, would you Hunter Henry as your tight end in the 11th, 12th, 13th round, Brother Fox?
He was so touchdown dependent last year. If you look at his numbers, he did nothing other than catch touchdowns. Like absolutely nothing. But with that said, if it was a late round and I hadn't picked up my tight end yet, Hunter Henry has the talent to be a top 10 tight end. He didn't show it last year. But I late round, if I could store him on my bench and he starts out well, hey, we'll figure something out. But
I'm with it. That concludes another episode of Fantasy Football Safe Space. I am 7 o'clock of the Las Vegas Fantasy Football Conference going down Labor Day weekend, September 3rd. Trustworthy Brewing. Want to give a shout out to the Fantasy Football Network for letting us do what we do. If you guys can please hit that like sign. Shout out to the mailing app. Brother Fox, I'm going to hand it over to you.
As always, if y'all can give us that HBO special, again, that's the Help a Brother Out special. Help a brother out. Hit that like button. Subscribe. It goes a long way, and we truly, truly appreciate y'all.
No doubt.
You ain't got nothing for us? You ain't frozen?
Oh, for me? Oh,
Yeah, we
I
want
thought
to
I
give
was
this last
froze.
6 minutes to you
Look,
to
look,
make
I
up
thought
for
I
when
was
your
froze. Look,
internet was working. We know you're in
Now,
North Carolina.
look, I know, right? Oh, you gonna try to hate on Carolina? Look, hey, don't hate on us like that. You know
North
what I'm saying?
Carolina.
Hey, we all got 5 bars around here. You know
They
what
just got
I'm
internet.
saying?
Right, he got dial up.
Hey, look, somebody gonna get the shooting around y'all's way. Look, I got trees and stuff around me. Hey, don't worry about me. I'm good, sitting good over here. But look, now much love. I said JB, everybody. You know what I'm saying, they tuned in, and you know what I'm saying, always Melon, you know, they always give us the platform, you know, Fantasy Football Network. They always show love. And
Yep.
I was freezing up tonight, so I definitely be on that computer way earlier next time, so I can make sure my stuff is right. But it's always fun to talk to y'all guys, and I can't wait because football is getting ready to start, y'all, and I can't wait for the content that we're gonna put out.
Yes,
And
sir.
you're gonna love it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna love it because we don't have to just keep talking about the same thing. So
True.
we'll figure out, you know, where the injury is gonna be. And I mean, we got some great shows lined up with all the divisions coming up these few weeks. So you'll be entertained.
See y'all in Vegas. Shout out to Jimmo the Icon. Go ahead and say it, Randy, before I cut it out.
Oh, don't do it.
Go Chiefs.
Oh.
Hey, Mac Jones is the future Alex